Today I'm going to be reorganizing my bookshelves. So here's a before layout of what I had. On my top shelf is my YA dystopian, then I have YA thrillers, sci-fi, and some fantasy. Then I have a whole shelf for adult thrillers. Here's my YA romance and then contemporary and literary fiction. My last shelf is nonfiction, classics, and some poetry. On my walls, I have floating shelves. My Stephen King is here. My current read is on the top. Then some more thrillers. Finally, I have Twilight and a bit of spicy romances. I also have this little Harry Potter themed window on my wall. The first thing I'm going to do is take all of the books off my shelf. So I wanted to start this channel to share my love of books with the world. I started reading when I was about 11 years old, reading the classic Harry Potter and some other YA dystopians. So here are all the books that I have read. As you can see, it's pretty limited. And the other half of my books here that I have not read yet. Clearly this is a good idea to be separating it so I can motivate myself to start reading more of the books that I have. So here I'm sorting through all of my books by genre. Okay, so here's what I have now. I organized them all by genre. Here I have YA dystopians, kind of, and fantasies. Here I have my classics and nonfiction, some modern day classics. I have my Twilight, horror, YA thriller, my romance, and then some more thrillers. These are all my books that I have read. And then over here I have poetry, classics, nonfic, some more poetry here, romances, horror, young adult, some sci-fi and fantasy, thrillers. So yeah, these are all the books that I have not read. So now I'm gonna put them all on the shelves. I think my plan is to put my have-reads right here and then my TBR on my shelves. I stopped reading during COVID, but I got back into it recently with the new Hunger Games book that just came out. Right now, I've only read about half of the books that I have, as you just saw, because I've been gifted so many of them throughout the years. So this is why I'm organizing my shelves and separating them by have-reads and TBR. As a final tour, I have my have-reads on this side, including my YA thrillers, my Twilight and other YA romances. And then on the top, I have my thrillers, including the Asylum series, which is one of my favorite of all time. And on the bottom there, I have kind of like a Harry Potter shrine with the Cursed Child and some other small standalones. So here is my wall shelves. To continue my have-reads, because I didn't have space over there, I have some YA thrillers, contemporary fiction, and some classics. And then right here on the right are my current reads. Here's where my TBR starts, including some spicy romances into fluffy romance and YA, some sci-fi and fantasy. Then on the next shelf I have some more fantasy, and then the rest of them are thrillers, including The Silence of the Lambs and some other ones like A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Continuing here, I have some horror, including my Stephen King collection, and I have a plant here in the middle, which means I have more space for books. Over here I have a fantasy and some historical fiction, and then on the bottom I just have some poetry collections and some classics, and then finally nonfiction at the end. Thanks for watching.